Hey everyone, and welcome to this video, this patch review of the new patch 7.30E. This is being recorded live on Twitch TV in front of an absolutely wonderful audience that has, we just came online and a patch just landed and we got ourselves a new hero. We're introducing Marci. Marci, for those of you that have watched the anime, you guys would recognize Marci because she was in the anime, and I honestly cannot be more excited. She was one of my favorite characters in it. She is a melee support with carry potential, initiation capabilities. She's a disabler with an escape. And everybody can use a friend. Everyone can always use a friend. What's interesting about her is that she has like a really interesting kind of set of abilities. She has like middling armor and like decent attack damage, which is great for harass reasons. She looks like she's going to be a position 4, which she has like a tiny style feel right away. So first we have Dispose. So basically it's like a Fire Snap cookie, except it's like a ninja move. And she kicks a unit behind, and if it hits enemies, then basically they get stunned. It's a really neat effect, and I think that it has like a really high skill cap. So like using the ability very effectively could be like a really interesting thing. Then we got Rebound, which I think is like one of the most interesting skills that Valve has developed for the game in a long time, where you can kind of like bounce off of another unit to stun another, which is pretty neat. It's like a highly mobile ability, and it allows you to do damage, and like it's just really neat. It could be used as a really effective escape as well. Really neat skill in Rebound. And then you have Sidekick, which basically allows her to buff herself and an ally to basically do increased basically attack damage and lifesteal, which obviously has a lot of beneficiaries. So like Tinies and Svens and anybody that like really benefits from lifesteal, but it benefits like the attack damage. So people that attack rapidly, like anti-mages and juggernauts and agility based carries, will probably benefit from having Marci by their side. Her ultimate's Unleash, where she gains fury charges to basically unleash like these like basically it looks like every 5 attacks she unleashes like almost like a sanking like epicenter almost. So it's pretty neat, and it does movement slow and attack speed slow to everyone around the target. So like she seems like kind of like an initiator. She has like a tiny and sanking feel, but ultimately I think she's really neat, and that's not all that happened this patch. We have ourselves actual patch notes. So let's go to patch here. So we have some patch notes. Let's talk about them. So all small camp XP bounties reduced by 10%. This is pretty interesting. This probably affects the snowball effect of the mid heroes mostly, because mid heroes, a lot of the best ones, could often kind of push a wave and then they could farm the small camp. Let me make this bigger here to help you guys. There we go. Am I covering anything? Not really. There we go. So reducing the bounties of the small camps by 10% is kind of like a nerf to like the mid snowball effect. Then you have a Battle Fury, so bonus damage increased. Interesting. So what you're getting here is like it's a little more useful. Like it's more useful if you hold it later, but this is an interesting change. I still think Battle Fury feels bad to build, because like the game feels faster now than it traditionally has been, but there are still heroes that benefit from Battle Fury. I wonder if they change some of the Battle Fury heroes, like the PAs and stuff like that. Battle Fury, I don't know if this really saves the item here. Bottle, so a slight nerf to how long you can store an individual rune in a bottle to 90 seconds. Most people tend to use it when they initially get it, but it's probably necessary for you know, to kind of rein in those mids, right? Because mids kind of going insane. Recipe reduction on Crimson Guard, so they didn't actually improve its quality, but they were making it easier to acquire. I probably would have preferred like a percentage-based like effect, but hey, what are you gonna do? Then you have Echo Saber. Echo Saber having a cooldown reduction increased from 5 to 6 seconds on its effect, which is a huge nerf actually. Fey Grenade. This nerf specifically targets Earthshaker. We talked about that in that video. Nerf to Falcon Blade, making it slightly more expensive, slowing people down from getting it. Still a good item. Guardian Greaves. Huge buff to Guardian Greaves. Hell yeah, I like that. I like that. I like what we're seeing here. Fozzie Nice, good to see you. I have seen the new I have seen the new champ Marci. Yes, we just spoke about Marci. Welcome. So we're live recording a YouTube video, folks. We are live recording a YouTube video, and we just finished talking about Marci. So if you missed that part, you can kind of go back. But anyways, Heart of Tarask, recipe reduced. That's good. This got nerfed. Helm of Iron Will, necessary nerf, necessary buff. This is a really targeted nerf to Holy Lock, which kind of sucks because I don't think it was that broken. Hurricane Pike, That is a definite buff. And then we got a slight buff to Lincoln Sphere as well. Huge buff to Mage Slayer. Increasing the debuff, increasing the attack speed. It still gives intelligence, which is like very niche. So like this is like a Void Spirit. It's like a Void Spirit buff, but like other carries might still not like to build it. You have the Mjolnir buff, nice. That's not too crazy. Psychic Headband. This was like never intended to happen. Like you weren't supposed to be able to break Lincoln Sphere with the effect. So there you go. Satanic nerfed. Probably for the better. It was a little too strong right now. The Shadow Blade Silver's Edge nerfs had to happen. These items were just too insane. But you know, I think the buildup is still problematic. Like the extra crit is still part of the problem. We'll see. I think this gets nerfed even further. Buff to Basher, and then the nerf to the Swift Blink. That kind of feels bad. This is it. Veil of Discord. No longer amplifies attack-based spells like cleaves, splashes, and damage return. Okay, that was a very interesting nerf I did not expect, but there we go. Veil of Discord not being built by anybody ever. Vlad's getting a recipe reduction, and the increased recipe cost from Helm of the Overlord. This is to basically separate the two, so you can still build Vlad's without actually having to build Helm of the Overlord. So a lot of nerfs to the Zoo meta still. Changes to Witchblade and Wraithband. Wraithband getting a buff, hell yeah. There we go. That's actually a good buff because like bracers were always better than Wraithbands because bracers gave you like HP and damage on strength-based offlaners and stuff like that. Wraithband always felt kind of bad. Then you have Alchemist, so minor increase to strength, not bad. This is cool on Axe. This is a necessary buff, I think, because Battle Hunger always felt crappy on Axe. Like it did more damage, but the added slow, like it's only 3%. But it also boosts him on the other end. This might be better than I'm giving it credit for. We'll see. I play lots of Axe. This had to happen. Basically, this reduced the Bane's ability to lane effectively. This reduces his laning. This talent change is kind of unexpected, but it really makes it so he's less punishing in lane. That's all. That's all. Brood got murdered. Movement speed increase. Okay. She still sucks. Brood still sucks. We'll see. Chen getting buffs? Of course they would buff Chen after TI, so like pros could like abuse Chen. And then now they're like, okay, TI's done. Let's give Chen a little bit of love, so maybe some of the pub players pick him. Doom, reduction in cast range. That's actually pretty huge because that's not a big cast range at all. Doom has to basically be on top of someone to cast that, so that's pretty interesting. Yeah, Pokey, giving Chen that love. That's your dream, Pokey. Now you get to play some Chen. Drow Ranger, increased movement speed and agility bonus increase. Okay, so pure buff to Drow Ranger. Earthshaker. Damn. So nerfs to Earthshaker. Kind of sad. I thought Earthshaker was in a pretty good spot. I'd like to see him back in the meta. Elder Titan. So nerf to the laning stage, it looks like. Yeah. Yeah, nerfs to Elder Titan. Elder Titan, apparently no one, I mean, at our MMRs, no one played Elder Titan, but Elder Titan getting nerfed. Sad. No one played him anyway. So, people at higher, good players played him, not us. Not us. Ember Spirit. Ooh. Giving a cast point to Fire Remnant. Interesting. I don't know if Ember Spirit players are going to like that very much. Grimstoke Inkswell. Okay, buff duration reduced. Okay. That is like both good and bad. Easier to land, like harder to. It's like harder to land, like harder to dodge at the same time. Like it kind of. I think this is a buff. I wonder what Zeke Exotics thinks about this. This feels like an actual buff, to be honest with you. It's not as good for escaping, and it's not as good for chasing, but it's better for initiating. IO, no one plays IO in our brackets, but you know, this had to happen as well. A little too strong on IO. Okay, Keeper of the Light. Magic resistance reduction increased. Okay, buffs. So buffs to Keeper of the Light. Which is interesting, because I felt like Keeper of the Light was actually pretty good. It was one of those heroes that I was really interested in playing. Hell yeah, I want to take a look at what they did to Lina. Hopefully they gave Lina some love. Already it's an immediate nerf. I'm so sad. If they really nerfed Lina, I'm going to be so sad, because it's one of my favorite heroes in the game. Dragon Slave cooldown increased. Sad. Movement speed. So they nerfed the movement speed, not the attack speed. However, the talent. So they. Okay, so this was a nerf to mid Lina. because they basically forced, if you're taking the 30 damage, yeah, this is a straight up nerf to mid Lina, and they tried not to touch, this is, okay, this sucks, Lina's bad. So basically you have to take the talent to make Dragon Slave relevant for position 4 Lina. You lose movement speed, so it's just a nerf. Like basically the only nerfs here to the movement speed, because you end up taking this talent as a position 4 anyway. It's a straight up nerf to mid Lina. They have to buff her for position 4 relevance. Okay, Lion's super annoying. This is a nerf to Lion, but I don't play a lot of Lion. I think this needs to happen. Increase the mana cost of level 1, because Earth Spike was pretty punishing. Oh no! No! Nerfing the Scepter. That feels bad. So, Lycan getting hit on a number of different ways here. That is actually really sad. Really sad. Horn Toss, of course. Horn Toss got worked on. Okay. Interesting. Now applies 100% move speed and attack slow to targets instead of a stun. Interesting. Okay, so this, in practice, I wonder how this affects it. Does it allow people to escape more effectively? Because it's not a stun anymore. It's just a move speed and attack speed slow, with then forced movement. So theoretically, if they're not stunned, can someone blink? Something would have to test. Huge nerf to Magnus, though. Huge nerf to Magnus. The collapse effect. Medusa. Reduction in agility gain, so toning back Medusa's carry potential. And reducing the Mystic Snake, okay. So Medusa's a little less carry-centric. Okay, so anytime you see movement speed reductions, that's nerfing, like, support. That's nerfing support, pretty much. It nerfs everything about Monkey King, but that's pretty severe. Increasing the cooldown of Primal Spring, this makes it so that he can push waves a little less effectively. And this, okay, these are straight up nerfs. So these were like the skills that the support Monkey King was like banking on, but still, I don't think this is crazy. This hurts more than anything, honestly, for support Monkey King. So we'll see if it's still relevant. Again, Zeus Exotics, I'm sure will provide more insight on that. Morphling, carry, okay, this is interesting. So basically nerfs to Morphling. I don't think many people that watch these videos are playing Morphling anyway. We cater to a lot of newer players, so I don't think that, you know, that impacts many people. Okay, we got buffs to Omni Knight. Yes. Degen Aura has always been degen. It sucked. And base armor increase. Like, listen, never underestimate the value of armor increases. Hell yeah, Mangers, we're going to be playing Marci. For sure we are. She'll be banned every game, unfortunately, or picked. Okay, Outworld Destroyer. Outworld Destroyer, so OD. Okay, getting some buffs here. Yes, okay. Still kind of hate OD, but he's in kind of a garbage space. I really would wish OD would be changed so that, like, he wasn't so reliant on a stupid meme hammer. Like, I would love to see OD without a meme hammer. I would really like that. The Omni buff is pretty huge. Yeah, this is pretty significant. These are pretty significant buffs. Pudge, okay, Meat Hook needed to get... Okay, Meat Hook was really oppressive, mana cost-wise. So, that probably had to... As much as I hate Pudge, this probably had to happen. Pugna. Another buff to Pugna? No way. Okay, I actually really like Pugna. I really like Pugna. They have increased this twice now. It was 400 before. Now it's 500. That is a huge difference. It's like borderline of... No, it's not quite a free Aether Lens, but that's a lot. And then you get the... Okay, and his main weakness is his health. And you're getting buffs on both... Okay, so his early game as a support, like, support Pugna might actually be a thing now. Might actually be a thing now. This is pretty exciting. Snapfire, sad, nerfed. I'll actually be sad about this. Spectre, had to happen. Shadow Step was hugely problematic. Hugely problematic, so necessary nerfs for Spectre. Buffs to Spirit Breaker, look at this. Position 4 Spirit Breaker's back, so base strength increased by 1, not a big deal, but still it's something. But the movement speed and the damage increase, so Spirit Breaker straight up getting buffs here, guys. That's pretty legit. Storm Spirit getting nerfed. He was one of the strongest mids of TI, so that makes sense. He's very snowball. Like, he could take over a game. I think they wanted to kind of rein that in a little bit. Tidehunter, Anchor Smash getting mana cost increases. Makes him a little less effective at laning. Tinker was absolute infuriating. So what they've done here is they've made it so he can't spam Heat Sinking Missile as much and reducing the bonus range on laser. The bonus range on laser was pretty insane, so Tiny. Okay, so reductions on the bonus damage to units. Oh, huge nerf on Splash on Tiny. So Tiny carry's dead, guys. Yeah, Tiny carry's dead. Tiny carry's done, guys. I'd be surprised to see if pros still figure him out, but I think that it's... So the reason why Tiny was so good was because Silver's Edge was so good, Echo Saber was so good, and Tree Grab and his his Shard was so good. Now you're nerfing a little bit of everything. Everything's getting nerfed. Tiny's done. Tiny's done. Let's see Void... Okay, please make Void Spirit a playable position 3. That would be my favorite thing. Cast point increase, sad. So it can't be used as a dodge as effectively. Also sad. 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 Rest in peace, Void Spirit. Rest in peace. That's so sad.
That was embarrassing.
You had a chance to be something great, Void Spirit. Instead, you're a nothing. You're absolutely nothing, Void. And it makes me sad. Okay. Buff to Warlock. You never see much Warlock, actually. He should be a better hero. Better support. You knew this was going to happen. The Scepter cast range reduced. He had to get nerfed a little bit. This isn't actually too bad. I think that this is a little reasonable. The base mana regen, this makes it hard for him to be a support. So this is a support nerf straight up. Yep. We're on the... And Zeus. Okay. That was a mistake. Get me back here. Zeus. Movement speed increased. Stun duration increased. So pure buffs. Movement speed's legit, guys. Actually, you know what? Zeus 4? Oh, come on. I did it again. Is Zeus 4 legit? Possibly. Possibly. Those are good changes. Now, let's take a second here to take a quick peek at the new skins here. So we have a... Okay, I'm gonna give you guys a quick primer on this, and then we'll quickly end the video here. But basically, Zeus skin, not bad. Okay, ready? Thumbs up, thumbs down. Not bad. Not bad. Thumbs down. Also thumbs down. Yes, finally a good Brewmaster skin. This one's good. This one's good. This one's good. Yes, good clock. Good clock. I like that. This is good stuff. Let's pretend this one doesn't exist. Okay, not bad, not bad. A little tame, but not bad. Still, like, I would, if I pulled that, I would not be upset. What is this, Valheim? What the hell is this? Also, not bad. First impression is I think this is not good. But the more I look at it, it kind of has like this Remembrance Day alien. Do you guys remember Remembrance Day? This totally looks like the Remembrance Day aliens. Doesn't it? It's not. I think it totally does. And this breaks, you know what? This breaks my damn heart. I love Razor. He's one of my most played heroes. He's one of my favorite heroes. And look what they did to him. They gave him a skin finally, and they make it extremely rare. How much money would I have to spend for this? 1 in 20,000. I would have to spend a damn fortune to even have a chance to pull this thing. That's so sad, man. I'm so sad. But anyways, lots of fun stuff in Dota, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and a very special thank you to all of our wonderful subscribers. We will see you in the next Dota 2 video. Bye-bye.